All right, Clyde, we are hot. Let's get it going.
Welcome to this week's episode of Movie in a Pod. I am Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we are discussing, well, very simply, Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. JV, we're just going to skip right to the point, man. We're going to be discussing Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, but...
Yes.
How was your weekend, brother?
I had a very Marvel weekend.
Oh, wow. Talk to me.
Yeah. I watched Shang-Chi again on Disney+. Mm-hmm. Watched Infinity War. Then I watched Endgame. And then I watched all of Falcon and the Winter Soldier as well.
You watched all episodes of the Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Made it all the way to the end.
It's just so good, man.
It really is. It was really great. Even this time around, it was awesome.
Did you catch all the Disney shows coming to Disney Plus? All the Marvel shows and everything?
Oh yeah, it's all. What was it? The Disney Plus Day thing? Whatever it was called.
Disney Plus Day, baby. You are correct.
Yeah, that the trailer with all of the tiny trailers within it. Even had that little extended scene for Hawkeye in it as well.
Yeah, it was dope.
It really was. It's just the Christmas music was just awesome.
Like I'm ready.
So ready. I also got a gift from my wife. Check this out.
Oh snap, bruh! I got the arc reactor in the chest. Don't tell me it glows or something. Something's happening right now. It's glowing, isn't it?
Oh, you can't see it?
Oh, it's too bright in your pod room. Fire.
Here, let's see. Can you see it now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Coming in clear. My man is actually Tony Stark, all right? I just went to the gift shop last week and got the Stark Industries shirt. This man is Iron Man, so awesome.
So what I was thinking, when December rolls around, I'm going to get a little tree to put underneath it, and this is going to be the topper right here. This is going to be the top of the tree.
Fire.
It's going to be dope.
Very cool. I watched Shang-Chi. I obviously watched Curb Your Enthusiasm like I always do.
Dude, I watched so much Supernatural as well. So.
Went and saw Rent last night here live in Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've never
seen
the 2005 movie, didn't know much about the show. It's actually a really good show, man. I highly recommend anybody to see Jonathan Larson's rock opera of Rent, man. It is about friendship. It's about loss. It's about love. I actually did not think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. Pretty damn good show, man.
Where'd you see it at?
Belk Theater, Uptown Charlotte.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, dude. It was just the right length for my attention, because all that singing and stuff. Right. I mean, I can do it on the couch or the movie version, but the live, there's just so much going on, so it grabbed my attention enough. So it was definitely enjoyable. Definitely enjoyable. But bro, did you check out Red Notice yet? I
started getting through it. I think I had 30 minutes left in it, something like that. I need to finish it up.
Oh, so you're not done yet?
I did not finish it, no.
Damn it. All right, well, you know what? We're going to save that for next pod.
Just laundry and stuff.
God, so much clothes.
Actually, I had to get some stuff done so that way I could hop on Ghostbusters last night.
Nice.
Even though I've seen them a bunch, but
Well, yeah, a gazillion times. You were just in the theater 3 weeks ago and watched it, so, there's that.
That was awesome.
Yes. Let's do it again. All right, man, let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, guys, so our movies of the week actually are 1984 Ghostbusters and 1989 Ghostbusters 2, the sequel. I'm not going to run down a laundry list of different movies that came out those years, but I will say that Ghostbusters was the second highest grossing film of 1984, getting beat only by Beverly Hills Cop. And the sequel, released in 98, was in the top 10 highest grossing of that year. So there's a lot of heavy hitters in that year, like Batman.
Yeah.
So really, really good year for movies. Both of these movies are directed by Ivan Reitman, written by both Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis.
So on the first one, they had an estimated of $30 million of a budget, and the box office made $296.5 million.
Oh, yeah.
And the second one, the budget bumped up a little bit to estimated $40 million, with the box office at $215.4 million. A lot of money at the box office, not to mention all the Halloween costumes.
You're right, man. It's so wild, too, because, like, that was a lot of money in the 80s to make a movie.
Right.
If we would say today, 2021, we're going to make a movie called Ghostbusters, and it's going to be just like that, but it's this year, oh, that's a $200 million movie right there. To do it for that little and it still hold up this long, that's a testament of time right there, man. That's something.
No,
he was in the theater for it, and it looked amazing, right?
It looked fantastic.
Oh, dude, perfect.
And I even watched the Ghostbusters 2 in, what is it, Ultra 4K. Was also beautiful.
Perfect. That's what I love to hear. All right, man. Who's this movie starring?
So our basic team for both movies, we got Bill Murray as Peter Venkman, Dan Aykroyd as Ray Stantz, Harold Ramis as Egon Spengler, Ernie Hudson as Winston Zedmore, Sigourney Weaver as Dana Barrett, Rick Moranis as Louise Tully, Annie Potts as Janine Melnitz.
Do love me some Annie Potts.
That's our team, man. That's our team.
Once again, just the hugest crush on her, man. I don't know if it was like that Long Island accent. I don't know if it was those glasses. I don't know. Just
might have been that's probably like the little bit of the attitude too, right?
Yes. Like,
it was definitely the attitude.
Like, please. All right, man.
Yep.
This one's going to be a little difficult because you're knocking out 2 and 1, but go ahead and give us a quick synopsis of Ghostbusters and the sequel, Ghostbusters 2.
I'm going to need your help with this one, Clyde.
All
right?
Yeah.
All right. So who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
That's it. Let's move on to segment 4. That's all we need.
That's it. All right. I love it.
Yeah, I think we'll really talk through this one a lot. So
we got our movie of the week here, guys. We're doing Ghostbusters 2. Basically, the plot sums down to this, and I'm kind of glad you didn't give us synopsis so we can actually dive in it. So good call.
Yeah.
We got 3 scientists, man, turned ghost hunters / busters. They enlist the help of an outsider, and they hunt and trap ghosts in the Metro NYC. Talk about a crazy plot to begin with, right? Just like,
yeah,
these guys, these 3 scientists believe in the, paranormal. They believe in ghosts, so they're going to see ghosts, so they can trap them. And all this weird crap starts happening in New York that maybe was always happening, but nobody really brought it to anybody's attention. And these guys were there. The first movie is about the forming of the team and the genesis and how they got to where they are. How they got to the Ecto-1, the building of the prototypes and everything that they use, man. It's just a really fun ride. I love it, man.
Yeah, we really build into those guys, really kind of understand that they've been trying to do this kind of this pathway their whole life, right? Mm-hmm. Everything they do is led to, basically just being scientists and wanting to learn more about the paranormal, wanting to learn more about psychics and all this other stuff that is not really explained. What I really like about it is kind of how they just kind of stumble into their first case, right?
They trip into everything this entire.
Yeah, you're right. They really just kind of stumble into everything, even through the second movie.
Oh man, nothing's ever planned.
Yeah, I was saying, what would you think if you were just, somebody called up and they were trying to figure out, what's going on in the library, right?
Yeah.
This is the first ghost we see. And they walk in, and I like how Ray's just like, uh-oh. Or not, it's not Ray, excuse me, it's a Venkman. He's like, oh no, it's a stack of books. Right. Only a ghost could stack books that way.
Man, I love it because, they're trying to bring you into this world, especially when they actually get Winston involved when we jump into the characters. But they're really trying to world build here, right? And yeah. I love it how Egon is like, trying to be all serious, but then there's Venkman, and he's kind of like just the asshole the entire time, right? Like, he believes this. He believes this stuff. He's a paranormal scientist with these guys, but does he really believe it? He still has some kind of reservations.
Yeah, he's kind of like, I'm here with you, and we're all here for the same reason, but I don't really believe it until I see it.
Yeah, like it's not really gonna happen, man. So
yeah.
And obviously, they encounter it was Slimer, right? The green ghost in the library,
right? No, that wasn't.
That was
Slimer.
the hotel.
That was the hotel. Yeah, the next day when they meet Slimer, that was I don't know, it was some librarian or something. I don't really remember her backstory. But yeah, it's just some kind of ghost that's like, what does she do when they see her? Just like looking at books, right? Yeah. She's like kind of organizing stuff. She's
almost the most boring ghost. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it really is until they try to talk to her and she freaks out. And that's kind of our opening scene, right, of the movie. And it's funny to see these guys, like their faces when they're there. And that's one of the fun things about the movie, right, is you see all the emotions on these guys' faces, and you're like, that's exactly how I would react to that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a testament to their acting as well. Because obviously, in the making of this movie, there's not a ghost right there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. These actors are looking, and they have cues like, all right, make your face look like this, do that, right? Yeah. That's testament to how much of themselves they put into this movie to make sure that it's enjoyable, as realistic as possible, no matter how far-fetched the plot is, right? Like, they went in, man, and that was really fun for these guys. So for the rest of this plot, it kind of goes deep into, this mythos and what's kind of happening to the city in regards to, the ultimate baddie, right? And we don't want to spoil it for anybody who has not seen this movie, but everything that happens after the first couple of ghost bustings really leads us into Zool, right? Who is like the ultimate baddie. And we'll jump into that later, man. But let's hop right into these characters, bro, which is like the heartbeat of the film. Not less what's going on with the plot and the story, and more just the infused characters. That's the most dynamic part about this, man. Got to start right off the top, man. We got Bill Murray, Peter Venkman, right?
Oh, yeah.
The ladies' man, the smooth talker. The one that gets the team pumped for battle, right? I feel like they had like a rough script, and they were just like, "Hey, Bill, this is what I want you to say." And Bill's like, no, I'm going to say this instead. And those lines were like perfect, right? Because he delivered everything.
Yeah, you make a good point. I mean, these guys are the movie, right? The building of this team and what they do is really the highlight above the ghosts and, our plot to where we get to at the end of the movie. Because they're really what draw you in really for the sequel, too. You're not going back for the sequel because of... You want to see the ghost so much as you want to see this team again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how Peter Venkman, that character goes through here, because he's just always wanting to have fun.
Always.
He's always serious, but a smart ass. And his line delivery, just talking to these other guys, and, you know, they do like any other group of guys do. They pick on each other a lot, but he's the one that really picks on everybody.
Yeah. Having a good time, man. I mean,
yeah.
What's not to say about this iconic performance of this man, the myth, the living legend? And Javi, for our listeners, for you, man, I actually got a special treat for you, dude. Okay.
All right.
You know, so I wanted to surprise you with this, and I should have told you before, but let me cue this up. All right, you ready? All right, we have Bill Murray on the line with us right now, bro. All right, Bill, Mr. Murray, welcome to the pod, sir. I'm just messing with y'all. Of course, we don't have Bill Murray yet, guys, but that would be awesome, okay? Of course, we don't have Bill Murray yet, okay? Give us a little bit of time. Keep downloading. We will get there, guys, okay? I actually wrote all of that out, by the way. That was not ad-lib.
Right.
That was screen tested like 7 times today, okay?
Gotcha.
All right, man. We also got Dan Aykroyd as Ray Stans, another one of the paranormal scientists who this guy really believes in this stuff, man, and he is, you know, it's kind of a tie. I don't know who takes the cake, but like Ray Stans and Egon Spengler, you know, you got to have your nerd of the team. Obviously, Harold Ramis with the glasses looks more nerdy and everything, but Ray, man, he's just gullible.
He's in it.
He's in it, man.
Yeah, he's in it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts for him about what's going on in the city. He's in it.
He knows the existence of ghosts are there, and he is going to figure it out and get to the bottom of it, man. But he's probably the guy who is, you know, he's like the engineer, man. He's the one who always has his hard hat on. He's creating all the gizmos and gadgets and everything. It's fun to see him, right? The movie that we reviewed last week, Ghostbusters Answer the Call, you actually saw Kate McKinnon's character like create everything. You didn't really get that from Dan Aykroyd's character, but you got like just shots of him, right? Like just working, right? He didn't explain anything really, didn't go deep dive into what these things do. But he was always just working, had his hard hat on, always had something going on, man. And you just know he just wants to put his head down, build the equipment so we can make some moves and bust some ghosts, man.
Yeah, and these guys just didn't have like the same kind of downtime, right?
Yeah.
Like this movie is go, 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 go. There's not a lot of downtime. There wasn't any time for them to be like, okay, well, this is what this is. And that's a little bit of that mystery that keeps you in it as well. And with Stantz and Spengler, we saw a lot more of them experimenting, right? It wasn't as much of like building tech, stuff like that. It was the research and experiments and really trying to figure out what's going on and what they can do. We didn't get that as much in Answer the Call, but it's the reverse, right? It was the tech and all that stuff. They didn't do a lot of experimenting on, you know, like in the second one, the goo, and the first one, they were all about, you know, the evidence, the ectoplasm and this, that, or the other. They were kind of that hands-on research experimental team while Peter was making all the jokes about it.
Oh, yeah. Let's jump over here to Harold Ramis as Egon Spengler, man. Definitely one of my favorite characters in the movies. You know, tall, awkward. He is the guy who knows everything about paranormal, quantum studies, anything science, mumbo jumbo, you know, related. He is there. He is that guy. That's his specialty. You say anything, he knows the answer to it. He also did, you know, assist Ray with all the equipment and stuff like that. But Egon's talent was just knowledge, man. Knowledge. The reason why he is one of my favorites is because I like how you can say something and he'll spit out the answer right there. Boom. Every time, man.
I liked his character growth from the first one to the second one.
Yeah.
like as Egon. The first one, he was real kind of a little bit on the shy side, I guess. But in the second one, he was a lot more fun, right? He looked like he was having a better time the second go around as a character.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it, right? It's just like I watched Rent last night. Basically, that was about the struggling artists, right? They were the struggling scientists in the first movie trying to get everything off the ground. They had a little bit of capital to use to get all this together, but they're just working to get their business off of the ground here. So he was a little bit more serious and less playful and less fun than the second movie, but just that intel, man, that like useless knowledge that like comes up from him. Oh man, that's just fun to watch, bro. the entire movie.
Hell, Ramis was just like, all right, Bill, you're having too much fun. Exactly. It's my turn this time. It's my turn this time around to have some fun out here. Yeah.
Ramis was like, bro, this is actually my script, so I'm gonna have a good time, okay, bro? Stop talking over me. All right, man, let's jump over here to Winston Zeddemore, played by the great Ernie Hudson, man. What were your notes on this guy?
He doesn't like show up a whole lot in either of the movies. Like the second one, I mean, he's in and out a lot. Yeah. It seemed to be more of a Bill or a Peter, Ray, Egon thing, and then Winston's there when they need backup. It's just like a whole section of the movie where he's just not there.
So they originally brought Winston Zeddemore on because after they started getting a lot of phone calls for Ghostbusters, they were kind of stretched thin. They needed another member. Yeah. If they needed to break up in groups of 2 or 1 or whatever, they can easily do that and cover a lot more terrain within the city. But no, it's funny, man, because being the black guy that I am, I looked at Bill Murray as a hero of this movie, and I looked at, representation, and representation does matter. And seeing Ernie Hudson in this role was like, bro, I could be a Ghostbuster, right? Like, I was a kid, man. You know what I mean? Like, I have the ability to be a Ghostbuster, and that was cool for me.
Yeah, he gets hired on like with no real kind of interview or nothing either. It's like they did in Answer the Call. He was basically like, "Yeah, just y'all gonna pay me, right? Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna get a check, right?"
Hey, I don't think he even talked about what they really did. He was just like, "Y'all gonna pay me? Sweet, let's go."
But Zedmore is that guy who kind of allows us to react as an outsider, not knowing all the science mumbo jumbo, asking questions. He's especially in the second one, the parts that he does have, he's the Ariadne from Inception. I'm going to ask questions because I have no clue what the hell is going on, and you're going to tell me. And that's just word vomit to help out us as the viewers understand what's going on in the scene. What's going on with the plot, right?
He specifically does that, too, when they're trying to talk to the mayor about the ooze. Because the mayor's like, does anybody here speak English? So he just kind of sits down and he's like, everybody's mad and there's an ooze and all that stuff. And he does a great job.
All right, so we got to talk about her because she's just amazing. Sigourney Weaver. Dana Barrett.
Oh, yeah.
Not only, I've seen these movies like 1,000 times, so obviously, as a kid, Dana Barrett, like, I wanted to date, if not her, a cellist. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to. I was like, yo, I got to get me one of those girls.
It's a real funny, right?
Right there, just got to get me a girl, and I got to get me a band girl, right?
I wonder if that's why I went into music. Huh.
Hey, you got to think about it.
Good
there we go. There we go. No, but she's also the character who sees something happen in her apartment. She's a big-ass demon dog or something. Yeah. She calls the Ghostbusters. Peter goes over there, doesn't see anything at all, but starts flirting with her immediately. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I don't even think he made it in the door. He was already throwing lines at her. Like he's got that little instrument. He's like testing the air or whatever. She says, "What's that?" He's like, "Oh, it's very, very complicated. Very, very complicated piece of machinery."
He's just waving it. He's just waving it in the air.
Yeah. This is the bedroom back here? All right.
But yeah, Dana Barrett's character is the one that kind of starts leading us to the plot of, the big baddie Zool. She's one half of it. It's actually a really wild plot if you actually like watch the movie and then just like read the cliff notes of the movie. It's actually a really wild like main plot, right? The world building and them getting all their tech and becoming Ghostbusters and stuff. But Sigourney Weaver, and we'll talk about Rick Moranis' Tully in just a second. The fact that they have to come together to create, basically the end of time, the end of days, is just a wild plot to begin with, man.
Yeah. So with Dana Barrett, she becomes like, she's basically like at some point like the fifth person in this Ghostbusters thing, right? She leads the charge in the second one as well. Why this went particularly around her, the second one, I don't know if she just draws this stuff to her or not, but she basically is the reason they have a career the first time around and the second time around.
Yeah. I guess, it's funny because how like in those, any kind of like cop movie, so Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, I'll take those because they're both from the 80s, right?
Yeah.
They're always on some big case, right? There's small cases that they're working on, but it's the big case. And it's funny how in both movies, their big case, their big bust is dealing with something around Dana Barrett. Like, Peter, you would think Peter would realize by the end of, like, sometime in the middle of the second one, be like, I'm afraid of you, woman, okay? I'm going to stay the hell away from you, okay?
Yeah, I don't think we should hang out anymore.
This is, the paranormal just like you a lot, lady, so we're not going to do this anymore. But yeah, it's just funny how both of the plots of the movies revolve around her. That's very interesting, and that's how you keep somebody like Sigourney Weaver in there, man. So definitely a great addition to the cast.
Keep us watching the movies too, apparently. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Copy. Something that we never talk about are the amazing vehicles in these movies, man, that we watch. I mean, let's talk about our top faves, bro, for a second.
Yeah, man.
That Aston Martin DB5 from James Bond, acclaimed, just fantastic. That 89 Batmobile. Tim Burton's Batmobile, Michael Keaton's Batmobile, just badass, iconic. I'm not a muscle car type of guy, but Eleanor, that 67 Mustang Shelby GT 500 from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Whew. You got me there.
Oh, that's a perfect car, man. And probably super iconic, more than any of those other ones, is that DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future.
Yes.
Like, that was a character itself, and just fantastic, brother. Just classic dope vehicles that helped out our protagonists get through their movie, man. What are some of your favorites?
Of course, the DeLorean. 100% agree with that one.
Oh, fantastic.
Mine are a lot of muscle cars, man. 1977 Pontiac Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit.
Fire.
Dom's 1970 Charger from the first Fast and the Furious. Interesting fact, I have a photo next to one of those cars that I took at Universal Studios when I was younger.
Ooh, nice.
1958 Plymouth Fury from Christine.
Ooh.
And that Ferrari 250 GT from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Dude, that one from Ferris Bueller's, man, is just fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite?
Well, it's going to definitely have to be Dom's Charger overall. Just American muscle. No matter where you go, these things make a statement.
Yeah.
What about you? Which one would you choose?
It's that DB5, man. It's the ultimate spy car. Like, I love James Bond. I always wanted to be a spy. This car has pop-out gun barrels behind the front headlights, revolving license plate, a champagne cooler in the armrest, smoke screen, oil slick. This car just screams badassery, man. Like, I wouldn't use any of those things, but super cool.
Let me ask you a question, though. Do you have to have a license to kill to drive it?
You know what? You probably should. All right, team. So So we want to hear about your favorite movie vehicles. You know the socials. Movie in a Pod on Facebook and at Movie in a Pod on Twitter and Instagram. Rick Moranis, Louis Tully. Bro. One I will say this, man. I miss Rick Moranis. Like, it sucks that the guy is not acting anymore. He quit after, like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 11 or something. I don't know if that's the exact movie he stopped acting, but that's beside the point, though. Maybe they sent him the script for Little Shop of Horrors, too, and he was like, I'm out. But but him as Louis Tully...
I mean, I can tell you why, but it's a little bit of a downer.
I don't want to hear that. Not for us. Not for us.
Okay, that's fine. I know the real reason he quit acting.
Go ahead and let us know.
Well, his wife got sick and passed away.
I did not know that, man.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he quit. I think he quit like as she was sick, and then she passed away, and he was there to take care of her and the family.
Hey, man, you got to handle business. I hear you.
Yeah. He's a good man for it.
An amazing man for it. Louis Tully, though, Rick Moranis just plays the perfect nerd, man. I mean, just the most perfect nerd that you ever seen. Like, I've seen Revenge of the Nerds 17 million times. It's like they plucked one of those guys out of that fraternity,
right?
Dropped him in New York into this movie, and it was Louis Tully, man. I like that he's trying to be cool, really trying to get with Dana and everything,
throwing ragers,
right. Just a fantastic addition to this movie, man. He's the second part of the End of Days, where there is Dana Barrett over here, and then we have Louis Tully as the Keymaster, right?
Yeah, she was the gatekeeper, and he was the Keymaster.
No, there's nothing sexual about that at all, right?
Right? No, not at all.
Oh, get out of here.
You know, I really liked his character in the first one, and the fact that he was in the second one, too, was just a big bonus. Because over the two movies, he has a really awesome, like, character arc.
He becomes
from start to finish.
Their lawyer, right? Like,
I mean, technically becomes a Ghostbuster.
And then he becomes, yes, you are. He has to take the New York City Transit, but he becomes a Ghostbuster.
Yeah. Yeah, ultimately the worst lawyer ever, though, right? Well, I think, because what does he tell him? He's like, I usually do like taxes and stuff like that as a lawyer, not criminal defense lawyer.
You know, it's definitely a testament to how they write these characters and bring them into this world, and also the maturation of the 5-year gap between the first one and the second one, man. That's just so much character development. Like, where are these characters at now? That's what we needed from the second one.
And they do a really good job of filling that gap in.
Oh,
too.
yeah, so much details, man.
Yeah.
Before we start talking about the end of the first one, let's just go to the receptionist, man. The beautiful, the amazing, the sassy. She's definitely from Long Island, guys. Janine Meinitz, portrayed by Annie Potts, man. They needed the receptionist, and they got one.
Apparently she's a good one, but she's got the attitude.
How iconic, like, is her voice, though, right? Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah. That was so good.
I worked on that all afternoon, guys.
It was so
worked
good.
on that all afternoon. I can't do it again, though. That's it, man. Right? Very, very small role in the first one. Just as the receptionist. She's the one that gets the team, you know, calls come in. She's like dispatch, you know what I mean?
You know, she's just like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson. You think of the Ghostbusters, you think of them, and you think of her, right? I mean, she's the one that sends off the alarms, gets them going. You know, they did that in the second one when they're like back in business. The first thing you hear is her voice, right? Like it's official when she's back in the station, ready to get things rolling.
Answer that damn phone.
Yep.
Let's talk about some key points within the rest of the first movie before we dive really into the second one, man. I don't want to spend too much time with this, but unlike last week's movie, like New York is alive, New York is beautiful, and they use 80s New York to a T, man. Like, you feel you're on these streets, running up and down these streets, busting ghosts, going into all these libraries and hotels and stuff, man, doing the damn thing with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. That was definitely fun. And just the score that went on with it, the music in the background, you were just pumped for the next bust, man. Like, you were just like, let's go.
Yeah, it was a real faded in line between like those live on location scenes and then obviously the set scenes. You really couldn't tell, other than knowing that that's how they do it as you're younger.
Yeah.
You can't tell that line. It does a really good job of making you feel like these guys are really doing this work downtown.
I've been to, in my adult life, I've been to New York a couple of times, and is walking the streets of New York, man. It's, there's so many movies that are filmed in New York, and as a tourist, you remember those movies. The movie that always comes to mind for me is Ghostbusters. It just always is. And then when I see the Statue of Liberty, Ghostbusters 2, obviously. Right? So
Yeah.
Right? So it's that feeling that like I too was, I'm following these guys' footsteps, man. I could be a Ghostbuster, like to the point where me and my brother would put on our backpacks, our school backpacks, right? And we used to take hear me out now. We used to take a towel, like a huge towel that you dry off with. We stick it in our backpack, zip it up, and at the end of the towel that's sticking out, we would put a paper towel roll, like stuff it in there, and that was our pack right there, bro. That was our pack, man. We were Ghostbusters, bro. I mean, we were Ghostbusters in little boring River Edge, New Jersey, but we were Ghostbusters, man, and we did that work. So
actually pretty creative.
Yeah.
Very creative.
But yeah, man, the rest of this movie, Demon Dogs, I don't want to spoil anything, but Demon Dogs, a possessed, sexy Sigourney Weaver, Bill Murray freaking out to that. a lot of marshmallows, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, the Bill Murray and that scene is
just the best.
So good. Can't even really explain it. You just gotta watch the movie. You gotta check it out if you haven't seen it.
All right, man. Let's jump over here to the second movie. 5 years later, 1989, Ghostbusters 2, man. Talk to me. Where do we first see our heroes? What do they do? What are they up to?
We see Dana with her child. Then we meet Egon next, right? He's doing some kind of study on people in a waiting room.
Yep.
He's like, they've been there for like 2 hours and I'm just slowly making it hotter.
So good, man.
Yeah, this was just fun. This is what I was talking about, kind of his character. Like right off the bat, he's just a different person. So he's like, he sends his assistant in to tell him there's going to be like another half hour if they wouldn't mind waiting around.
But he's studying the effects of like emotions on people is what he's doing, right?
How the environment affects their emotions.
Yeah.
That's why he keeps making it a little bit hotter and hotter every few minutes.
And it's good. It's actually funny that they start out like that because that's almost foreshadowing for this movie, right? Emotions and stuff like that, how it kind of plays into the rest of the plot there. We have Peter Venkman, and he is a game show host, right? Or something, or like he's a game show host or something on television.
It wasn't a game show. It was like just like a talk show, right? It was talking to psychics or different types of psychics.
I like later, just gonna jump forward a little bit, when he goes to see Dana at the museum and the guard is like, "Oh yeah, I know you. Your show comes on after Bassmasters, doesn't it?" He's just like, "Yeah, Bassmasters, get at it."
Yeah, I get so offended
really
by
did.
it, right? And then Dan Aykroyd character, Ray Stantz, he's running some kind of paranormal bookshop or something like that. So he's got a bookshop, and that's where they all end up meeting up again. Peter, Ray, and Egon, which is another great scene because this is where you see some like real physical bullying from Peter, right? It's a Ray.
Some noogies and stuff like that, man. Like, they've been, you can tell that they've been apart from each other because they're really not doing any busting anymore because they owe the city so much money and can't pay it. So they shut down their operation. I love that there's repercussions to your actions, in these 5 years, right? You just can't go around with proton packs and marshmallow everywhere in the city, basically destroy a building and think you can just, wake up and go busting the next day. No, the city's going to have your ass, dude. It's New York. They don't play around, so.
Yeah, they don't have the Stark Foundation
pumping money into them, And then we got Winston. He does, and Ray Stans helps him out on the side, but they do like children's parties gigs or whatever, where they have like the boot. They walk in with their packs and their coveralls and everything, and they turn the music on. Who are you gonna call and do a little dance to it? But the kids are not entertained at all. That was the funniest thing.
Nah, they want He-Man.
They are not entertained. They don't know who the heck these guys are, man. They were so 5 years ago. So that's where our characters are for the second one. The plot of this one, man, they really went in. There is this purple goo everywhere kind of around the city, right? It ends up in like Dana's bathtub, which was actually one of the best scenes in the movie, by the way, for so many reasons. Just that CGI in there,
especially in '89. That's what it was.
Of course, obviously. So it come to find out that this pink, purplish goo that's everywhere in the city is tied to this 16th century European tyrant and powerful magician called Vigo the Carpathian. This painting is basically possessed with the soul of Vigo the Carpathian, and he is trying to come to life, and he decides he's going to take Dana's baby. Once again, Dana, how the hell are you at the epicenter of everything? He decides he's going to take little baby Oscar and become real flesh and blood out of the painting. Just a wild plot, man. Just a wild plot.
Just going to take over baby's body. I guess Dana's supposed to just be cool with it and raise him.
Raise it.
Like she doesn't know what happened, right? Right? I mean,
it was funny, right? Because he has a side, he has somebody in the flesh who's helping him out, and it's Janos, right? One of the curators from the art museum that Dana works at. And it's Janos has an infatuation with Dana, like all the men in this movie do, and he wants to wife her and raise baby Vigo, right? Like, it's just super wild, man.
Yeah. There didn't seem to be any kind of like a fail safe that she was going to be cool with all this.
There was none.
Vigo's like, yeah, you can have her. She can be your wife. It's cool. I'll just take over the baby.
She'll be your wife. I'll be your son for 18 years, I guess. Whatever.
18 years.
The guys have to basically get down and figure out what's going on with the city because this goo is actually showing bad emotions. And the way that they find that out, man, is also a fantastic scene. How they end up in the one, like, how they don't get stopped by the cops trying to get down into the sewer, right? That's another part where Egon...
Yeah, this is one of my favorite scenes right here.
Right?
In the movie.
Where, like, Egon is like, yo! Oh, look!
He's out there in the middle of the street, like, jackhammering by himself, right? And they're, like, getting coffee or something.
Oh, man, it's just...
He's like, yo, boss.
Just the thick, New York, Brooklyn accent, like, out of nowhere, man. I love it. I love this movie, man. It is so much fun. And once again, the best thing about it is just the characters and how they've definitely developed after the 5 years, man. Just fantastic writing. Through that scene, they discover, the slime reacts to a bunch of negative emotions. And at one point, the Ghostbusters are trying to rip each other's heads off until they figure it out. Like, yo, man, it's the slime.
Yep.
It's definitely this river of slime, and they got to figure it out. But after the guys find out that it's the slime that's creating all this negative energy and everything, and then somehow, like, a ghost nurse nanny Janos kidnaps Oscar, I will be perfectly honest with you, like, it almost came out of nowhere, and it was the oddest scene of the movie, right? It's my least favorite.
100%
it was my least favorite,
that, yes.
Because, like, how this man is flesh and blood. Yeah, he's talking to this, possessed painting, but how he becomes this, like, ghost nanny thing and is flying through the air with a stroller and steals Oscar is beyond me. It's beyond me.
He's dressed as a female, right?
Like a nanny, like an old 1970s like nanny. You know what I mean? So I don't know how nannies dress in the 70s. I'm guessing like that.
Yeah.
I could definitely be wrong.
Yeah. It's just fun. Like that's what you see. You see this thing flying up, and you're like, "What is going on?" And then it zooms in on his face. Oh, could at least been like just like another, skeleton face or something. Might have made a little bit different than just his plain face.
Or I guess like explain how that was able to happen, like the inception point of that, right? They were just like, nah, bro, he just comes out of nowhere. All right, so we're getting to New Year's Eve, and that's the big day where Vigo is going to take over Oscar's body. Janos is going to marry or be with Dana. And the boys got to figure it out, man. The boys got to figure it out. I love it how they roll up to the scene of the museum, but it's obviously covered in all that goo. And they try to blast it, but nothing happens. Like, it was almost like, bro, we can't do a rehashing of the first movie, right? Like, that's what that meant when they when they tried to just blast it. They were just like, and it didn't work. They're like, yeah, man, this is a sequel. We can't do the same exact thing now. Let's figure this out.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, and if you have any more notes, please stop me, Javi, but I don't want to spoil this third act. I'm just going to say these things. Dope 80s song, Statue of Liberty, an amazing painting, Ray gets possessed.
Yes. Yep. I wish I had that. I bet I could find that painting online somewhere.
That painting is fantastic, bro. That painting is fantastic. I cannot forget, just a side note, Tully and Janine, they're trying to be a thing. She gives him a Ghostbusters coveralls. He gets the New York Transit and kind of gets the credit for saving the day, right?
Yeah. I love when he's getting on the bus. Him and Slimer haven't had a good relationship. He's like, okay, I'll trust you.
I almost could have watched just 15, 20 minutes of just him on the bus on the way over there, man. That would have been awesome, right?
He likes to just ramble. So he's like sitting behind Slimer and just talking to him, like trying to have a conversation with the ghost. That'd have been awesome.
All right, man. So that is our conversation about Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, man. These movies, you can rank them separately. You can rank them together. How many buckets of popcorn you give these flicks, man?
5 buckets all day.
That's what I'm talking about.
All day
That's
long.
what I'm talking about.
Both of them. 10 buckets all day. Yeah, man. I mean, these are, our childhood movies. Not only that, they are excellent movies. There's some things you can watch, out of nostalgia, and you actually watch them again and be like, that was a terrible movie. I don't know why I enjoyed that movie. But these are not like that, right? I just watched them again and still the same outcome. Both of them are awesome. 10 buckets, man. Ain't got much more to say.
I'm right there with you, man. The first movie, I give it an easy 5 buckets of popcorn. Just everything about the movie and how it came together, man. was just beautiful, funny, exciting, something that we've never seen before. And it's lived on for all these years.
Yeah.
These movies are almost older than us. First one 84, second one 89.
One of them is.
Older than us, man. And they're standing the test of time where they're coming out with a new one this upcoming weekend, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Check that out in theaters, guys. Both of these movies, man, the second one is just off the hook, more fun, more ridiculousness, more character development. Just 5 buckets in 5 buckets, man. Like, I just love these flicks. I might treat people on our social media to me as an adult dressed up as a Ghostbuster for Halloween, standing next to an Ecto-1. I might treat y'all, okay? If you're good.
That's exciting.
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode talking through Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Next week, we will be talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife.
And that'll be releasing in theaters this week.
Oh, yeah. I am Clyde Smith. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as I am Clyde D. Smith.
I'm Javier Villalobos, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.